It's 1 a.m. In the morning of 7/27/2019, and I wanted to come on here this morning and give some signs that we're seeing around us. It's more evidence that it's getting very close to the time of the Lord's return. Starting out with reporting about the California earthquake swarm that we've had in the last 24 hours. There was a total of 477 in number in the past 24 hours. Pressure is building up out there, and the area of that original site of the, that earthquake that we had about a week and a half back, that real powerful earthquake out there. It's in that region, same region out there, and I guess there's a supervolcano out there in that region where they got that real strong earthquake. And a few of these 477 that have just been recorded are in the San Andreas fault line region. And so people, I think, out in that area of Southern California should prepare just in case they get the big one out there sometime real soon, because a lot of people, it's overdue. It's overdue. I don't know if it's like something like 50 years already. It's overdue, past due for another strong quake along that San Andreas fault line. And that Cascadia zone, there was a video put out, I don't know, I'm going to say in the last week, by Marfugel channel, and he claims that he has inside information from somebody that's in the military out there in the state of Oregon, and that the military has been preparing for months for a major quake in that Cascadia zone. And of course, if some major thing happened out there, one would wonder if obviously that's not so far away from all of these fault lines and everything in the state of California. And also I saw that, when I just mentioned the super volcano to you, that actually there are 20 volcanoes in the state of California out there, not something that I knew before now. I wanted to mention too the story about the European heat wave that's setting records right now. In Paris, record high temperatures on July 25th. It was 107 in Paris, France. London, it was in the upper 90s on the 25th, but on the 26th, it might have gotten to triple digits there in London as well. It was hotter in Paris, France, than in the Sahara Desert. They had Sahara sand dust over France during that heat wave of the 107-degree day. So it's possible that desert dust may be creating an atmospheric dome that is creating these record temperatures. Triple-digit temperatures in Northern Europe are forecast again for today. And I also saw where the month of July is going to set a record as the hottest July on record up to now. Also, UV rays are increasingly, they're being measured at higher number levels. So the dangerous ultraviolet rays from the sun are the levels in the atmosphere and on the ground that are being recorded at ground level. All of those things are increasing, which again is showing that something's going on with our sun. And in a second, I'll read a scripture from the book of Revelations, and it's just showing us how close we are, that things are already intensifying as right now, but of course, we're going to, at the time of the tribulation, we're going to see, things really get bad in that area. And then finally, a flying cross, a story about a flying cross over Georgia. A lady living in the state of Georgia, northern Georgia, took daylight footage of a high flying cross shaped vehicle. The colors, excuse me, the colors emitted from the craft are not standard aviation lights either. It does not appear to be any type of normal looking aircraft. I suppose it could be some kind of experimental aircraft of ours, but the non-conventional lighting makes that idea questionable. And if you want to see the video for yourself, you can go to channel Mr. MBB333 channel. For that story about the just a cross in the sky that people saw, I was given Ephesians 2:2, wherein in times past she walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So in that scripture, it calls Satan the prince of the power of the air. And so some of this stuff that we're seeing, like in this video on this Mr. MBB333 channel, is this end time, last days, things that are being seen in the sky because they're deceptions from the prince of the power of the air, Satan? I really think so. And finally, for the story on the heat wave over in Europe, I was given Rev.16:9, and men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of God, which hath power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. So it's going to get a lot worse with the heat and the UV rays and all of that stuff during the time of Revelation and 7-year tribulation period. Thanks for watching, everybody.